A person uses a knife to force 2 wage packets from a workplace safe. That sounds like aggravated robbery. But what if he genuinely believes the money is his to take? In Skivington, that belief went directly to an essential part of robbery: theft. The appellant and his wife worked for the same employer. The evidence described a letter authorising him to collect her wages. After she left him, he went to the employer's office seeking money to follow her. At the office, the manager fled after a confrontation. The assistant manager then encountered the appellant. According to the evidence, the appellant displayed a knife, demanded his wife's wages, and the assistant manager handed over 2 wage packets from an open safe. For New Zealand investigators, Section 234 defines robbery as theft, accompanied by violence or threats of violence, used to extort the property or to prevent or overcome resistance. The first word matters. Theft must exist before the violence can elevate it to robbery. Under Section 219, theft requires a dishonest taking without claim of right and an intention to deprive an owner permanently. Claim of right concerns a belief held at the time in a proprietary or possessory right in the property. It is about the claimed right to the property itself. The court's reasoning was structural. Larceny, now theft, was an element of robbery. If an honest claim of right answered larceny, that element was missing. The prosecution therefore could not establish the full robbery offence. The belief did not need to include a belief that he was legally entitled to recover the wages in that particular way. The property question and the violence question were separate. A claim of right could remove theft, but it did not make the threatening conduct lawful. The robbery with aggravation conviction was quashed, but that was not a finding that the overall conduct was lawful. The source material records separate assault and weapons-related liability. The lesson is narrow. The missing theft element defeated robbery. When claim of right is raised, do not stop at that assertion. Establish exactly what property the person believed they had a right to, the source of that supposed right when the belief arose, and whether it existed at the time of taking. Test the account against documents, communications, prior dealings, ownership evidence, and what was said before, during, and after the event. Investigate the violence separately. Remember Skivington this way: robbery requires theft. A genuine claim of right may remove theft and therefore robbery, but it does not excuse violence. Test the belief. Prove the property right issue. Then assess every remaining offence on its own elements.